Hey y'all, it's KJM and it's No Makeup Sunday. It is the first Sunday in Black History Month. So say it loud, I am Black and I am proud. Today I'm doing a pre-recorded video and I'm hoping to do it on one take, and I have a couple reasons for that. And a couple reasons why I'm in my bed sipping wine in a Penn State cup. And don't get me started on anything that the Nittany Lions have been up to lately. We just gonna move on from that, okay? So I never eat in my bedroom unless I'm mixing some sort of dessert in with passion. And I drink all the time in my bedroom, but I do occasionally drink wine. Yesterday, the X Factor opened up a bottle of wine, but it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't want none, and now I have to finish this bottle because I can't have it waste, and it's open. So you're gonna get some gulping today. So a couple things I want to say. I know No Makeup Sunday in 2020 has been a little inconsistent, so hear me out. Last Sunday, I did do a Facebook Live for No Makeup Sunday. It was like around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And when I did it, a couple things happened, like the universe just shifted all at once. First thing that happened is, and I've never done this before on Facebook Live, I've done this with Egg Live. I forgot to save the Facebook Live to my phone, which is a disaster because it's really hard to resave Facebook Lives or Egg Lives to your actual phone. Like, you can save it to your page, your social network page, but to save it to your phone so that you can share it with other people. So like, I didn't do that. And the minute I uploaded it to my personal Facebook, I realized that I did not do this. Before I could become frantic about not being able to have that No Makeup Sunday and be able to share it on my other pages, I saw one of my friends on the West Coast, shout out to you, boo-boo, had posted that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. And this is before we had any more news about it or whatever. It was like breaking news or whatever. So I'm like, damn, I didn't save this Facebook Live. Kobe, even though I wasn't a Kobe fan, I was like, the way Kobe died is terrible. And this is before it even unfolded that his daughter was also on there and that there were children on that helicopter as well that had passed. So once everything was unfolding, I turned CNN on and I had my Facebook Live running, and then I had to decide what to do. I saw that some bloggers / influencers, they were still sharing stuff like it was normal, and then, adding little things in about Kobe and everything like that. But once they said Gigi was on the helicopter, I kind of stopped in my tracks. It was a type of depression and sadness that swept over me in such a way, because while I don't think 41 years is enough life to live on this earth to feel like you've lived it, I damn sure know that 13 really isn't enough. So my heart really broke. And then once the story unfolded that other families were devastated by this tragedy, other teammates were on board, more young lives lost, 9 lives total, I just decided, like, sharing on No Makeup Sunday, sharing on my other pages, and the fact that I didn't have the Facebook Live, I was just like, F it all. It's all coming down. I watched CNN for as long as I could. And I just kept thinking about Vanessa and her girls. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, this is surreal. So, like, when Nipsey died last March, I was home and, like, I bawled, like broke out into tears and bawled, because, for Lauren London to lose the love of her life, for his, daughter and son to lose him, in such a tragic way, it was heartbreaking. But now with this whole Kobe thing, I couldn't even find the tears. It was like my body was frozen in time. And I kept thinking, 15 minutes ago, no one knew that the helicopter went down and he was on it. And I kept thinking, I'm sure Vanessa wants to relive the moments where she thought her family was safe and okay. And I'm still praying for her and all the families that were affected. So basically, I finally took the No Makeup Sunday off Facebook Live down because I was in like one of my goddess dresses, and I'm pretty sure at some point I got so happy-go-lucky because I was, Facebook Living from my living room where I may have flashed some of y'all my vagina. Because Sundays especially, I like to really air it out and give the vagina a lot of breathing room. Matter of fact, that's why I got this blanket over me right now, because the vagina is breathing, and I do not want to flash y'all, and I'm hoping I can do this video in one take. So that's why I'm holding the wine. This is why I'm redoing this video. For those of you who tuned into No Makeup Sunday last Sunday and really enjoyed it and really supported me, I appreciate it. I'm going to try to redo some of Mama M's Charm School Monday quotes towards the end of this. But start off with something fresh and new in case you did watch last week and you've already heard some of the quotes and whatever, and you want to tune off. So the big thing about the Kobe Bryant thing, like I said, wasn't really a fan of Kobe like in life, but he seems like he turned out to be an amazing dad and just an amazing man in general. And I felt like all week it was just this heavy depression and sadness, and I don't even know him. And I think yesterday on Twitter, I saw the replay of the Lakers tribute to Kobe and Gigi, and I couldn't stop bawling. So I've been all in my feelings all week. Not like I'm entitled to because I didn't know them personally, but I think we as a nation, we as the world, when you see someone die in there's never a good way to die, but Maya Angelou once said it best on a podcast that she did with Oprah Winfrey many years ago before she passed. She was somewhere in her 80s, and she said, "We as humans, we're not afraid to die." So Oprah was like, "What do you mean by that? What does that mean?" She said, "We're not afraid to die. We're afraid of how we're going to die." And to me, how Kobe, Gigi, and the other 7 people died was one of the worst and tragic ways to go. And I know the thing that really hit me hard as a daddy's girl was your mom is supposed to be a nurturer, but your dad's main job is to protect you. And so to think of those final moments, if they didn't know what was going on, the fact that Kobe didn't know he wasn't going to be able to protect his baby girl from what was going to come, I think that was the most devastating part of it all. So say what you want about Kobe, you know what I mean? But he, got to give it to him, he seemed to be an amazing father. And, I really hope him and Gigi and everyone else rest in peace. And I wish their family so much luck in the grieving process. And when I say luck, maybe that's a bad word, but grieving is never easy. For a lot of us, it brought up losing loved ones that we care about, that we're still grieving. It made us relive that grief. For some of us, we immediately thought about, what if we lost the love of our lives? What if we lost a child? Or for people who did lose children, in many different ways. This brought up a lot of emotions. So really forgive me if I could not function for No Makeup Sunday. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to function for this one. But I've had a couple people asking me, and I'm like, I've got to pull it together. We've all got to pull it together the best we can. And so I'm going to try to get real with y'all. So the reason why I'm doing a pre-recording of this instead of doing an IG Live or a Facebook Live is I've really been enjoying the lives, but I also feel like sometimes I'm not able to be my authentic self on them because I'm aware that there's an audience. People are tuning in. And I don't craft what I say to the audience, but maybe it makes it that I'm not so raw all the time in what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. I just don't know. So I figured I would try this, and I would try it from my bedroom. And, I got the blanket on, and hopefully no nip slips, or anything like that. I like to feel comfortable. I like to feel beautiful on my No Makeup Sundays. No makeup, the bags are showing, but I'm in my bed, and I want to share some things with you. So if you've been following this blog since 2015, you will remember that I freestyle write all my blogs. So some bloggers pre-write, but I tend to write on the bus and the train, edit, put out. And when I was at my best, I could drop a blog like every day when I wasn't emotionally drained. So I would just, freestyle write, and it's whatever came to mind. And after a while, this blog got titled as a sex blog, which I kind of laugh about because I just really think it's more about women empowerment and talking about anything that comes to our minds and being really real about certain things. So at first, when people used to be like, it's a sex blog, I used to try to fight against it, but sex, intimacy, foreplay, those are some of my favorite topics. And this is exactly why we're in my bedroom today. So I'm hoping that I don't spill any wine. I'm hoping I can do this all in one take because I want to give y'all all of me, but with my clothes on, and be as raw with you as possible. So this is kind of gonna be a sex, laughter with some advice type of no makeup Sunday, and it may be longer than usual. So forgive me if it takes me a while to post it on all my pages, because especially IG Live, I have to chop up the video in like 90 different pieces. IG, y'all gotta give me more than 10 minutes per segment. This is ridiculous. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is, I just brought up the Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant, tragedy. So yesterday I had something happen and I wanted to share it with you guys, and I was going to write the blog today, like freestyle it. Like I woke up this morning and it was heavy on my mind, and I thought, well, if I'm so good at freestyling while I'm typing, why don't I express my emotions, to you guys, what I would have typed. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be any good at this because this is my first time trying this, so bear with me. And then I figured after I express what I experienced yesterday, then I would read one of my blogs that you guys have been reading over and over again. It's one of my more popular ones. So, and then from there, I'm going to try to get into Mama M's Charm School Monday quotes and hope I don't make a slip up there because I have a lot I want to share today. Let's hope I don't spill none of this red wine on my bed. Let's hope that I can get real. As y'all can see, I'm still a redhead. I'm almost at the 3-month mark now. I'm kind of ready for some change. So who knows if I'll be a redhead in the next couple weeks or not. Hopefully by spring, I'll be back to dark hair though. I think that's just my signature. Okay, so let's get into this. So yesterday, and I'm gonna try to do this without focusing too much on the camera, without focusing too much on who could be watching this, without any of this. So after I watched the Lakers tribute yesterday, I was all in my feelings, and I was crying, and I just whatever. I was talking to the X Factor via text, and he had wanted to come over, but I was like, hey, stay where you are. I'm just gonna be watching TV all day. I'm just gonna be relaxing, like whatever. Well, I watched that Lakers tribute to Kobe and Gigi, and I fell apart. And I'm not really a fall apart woman. Anger is really my most comfortable emotion. So when I get really sad, or feel like I just don't want to move, that's hard. So I finally told the X Factor he can come on over. You know what I mean? It's 10 a.m. and come on over and join me. And for those of you that have read the blog and been keeping up with it for years, y'all know that I'm a huge morning sex person. I just think the body awakens in its natural flow, and when sunrise hits, it's at its most flexible, hence why I do yoga so early in the morning. And I really, really love morning sex. I do. So, but you never know how you're going to feel, so once the boo got here, everything, I already had candles lit. They're actually behind you, so y'all can't see all the magic, but I like these big candles or whatever. And he wanted like a glass of wine. He saw I had a bottle of wine and he wanted a glass of wine. I'm like, boo, it's 10:40 in the morning. But I'm like, it's 12 o'clock someplace else. But I personally wasn't in the mood for the wine. But if he wanted to have it, it's his world. Let him have it, And it's generally his world if we're in person. It's not really his world over phone or text or anything like that. So don't get it twisted. I'm not that soft. So I said, okay, cool. So he poured the wine and I got everything ready. And, we came into the room and we were talking about some things and just life, what's going on, whatever. And we have been beefing for the last couple of weeks over God knows what, just beefing, right? So now is kind of the time that you have to say to yourself, when you see that people are dropping like flies, this is not going to be the time to argue about stupid stuff. So in person, like, I'm really happy to see him. And like, when I see the X Factor 90% of the time, I do not have makeup on. So he has always seen me without makeup because generally I'm coming fresh out the shower. We both like to have a nice fresh shower before, I get, my baby oil gel on, though couldn't put it on yesterday because these are silver and gray sheets and I don't want it to have grease stains. It's really hard to get grease out of polyester, okay? Polyester and cotton. So, and I tap on some of my love spell, he likes all of that. And then I got different scented candles, huge candles burning. And it was just like amazing, rainy, dark morning, which to me is like the perfect time to have morning sex. You know what I mean? Because it's just that soft tapping rain outside and all that other stuff. So what I was going to write about today is how we unexpectedly made love yesterday. So for those of you that know me and been following the blog, you'll know, like, for me, making love has nothing to do with something being soft or slow motions. I mean, doggy style could be making love. It's who you're with. But every time you'll know that there's a time when you're intimate with your partner that it's just different from a bunch of the other times. It just feels different. Your whole body is different and you're so present. And I think that's what happened to me yesterday. I was very present in the moment. So outside is doing this soft tapping rain. He's sipping on his wine. We're talking about stuff and he is passionately kissing me. And that's one of the things I love. After 10 years of messing around on and off, I always hear people say that sometimes kissing stops and we still really love to kiss. You know what I mean? That's part of our passion. I mean, every now and then if one of us has a cold or something, or one of us is really sick, I'll Pretty Woman him, and I had to explain what that meant to him because he'd never seen the movie. I said, well, in the movie, Julia Roberts is a prostitute and she does not kiss. That's the one thing she doesn't do because it's very intimate and it could lead to falling in love. She just doesn't do that. So we've tried the Pretty Woman once or twice. It's not his thing, but it gets the job done. We just don't kiss because we just literally don't want to make the other person sick with the flu or whatever. But we prefer to wait until the other person is not sick. So here we are. It's candles are burning. We are kissing. He's sipping on wine. We're talking. And for a second, I like to be in control. The bedroom is my domain. I learned that a long time ago that it needs to be a woman's domain, okay? Whether you're going to be in control or not, it needs to be the place where you feel worshipped, you know what I mean? Or it's just not going to be a good time. And so for a second, I just kind of let my guard down and decided to go with the flow. So these tiny soft kisses, it's I love his natural smell. So I'm sniffing him. I'm kissing his beard. He's gotten me very into beards now, I love a man with a beard. And I'm just kind of taking my fingers and writing little love notes on his body. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, we're going to be able to do something that a lot of people today cannot do, is, make love to someone that they really care about because maybe that person is no longer here. So we start and, at first it seems like it's going to be another normal, morning sex session and something. And it's, I'm telling him to go slow and because, I felt like this is what I wanted this morning and I'm letting him be in control, which usually my preference is for me to be in control. And I guess I kind of am since I'm telling him what it is that I need. But it was a different kind of thing. He's leading. I'm letting him know he has to lead today. And just as I feel like I'm about to lose my mind, I whisper something to him. That there's something that I want us to do that we don't typically do. Which I'll leave that between the two of us. I'll save some of the magic for the two of us. But he obliged. What I needed him to do, and I directed him and whatever, he obliged with it. And it turned out to be wonderful. Every stroke, I was present and I was in the moment and I was digging my nails into his back and I could really feel we were in rhythm together. And it was almost like this out-of-body experience, this unexpected out-of-body experience. And generally, we have an amazing sex life. That's one of my things. If I can't brag about my sex life in my 30s, there's no reason to do it, okay? So generally, we're always pretty good in the bedroom. And let me tell you something. I'm the type of woman, if I'm not satisfied, I'm very vocal about that. You know, like if he falls off for one day or he's too tired one time, I'm very vocal about that, because I could work a 15-hour day and I'm still gonna get what he needs to get done. You know, understand what I'm saying? So very present, very titillating, very, you know, biting each other, very, I just couldn't explain it. But you know what? I'm gonna need a sip of this wine, because I'm making myself hot and my heat is completely turned off, okay? Like every stroke, and I could hear him. I love seeing his facial expressions in certain moments, but at this point, he's really on top of me, and he's a very tall man. He's almost 7 feet tall, and I'm only 5'7". So at this point, I could hear him, and he's making some sounds I ain't never heard before. Like, he is deep into it. It can be whatever you think you want it to be, okay? He is deep into it. And I'm somewhere else where I feel like I'm on a planet, or I'm circling the galaxy or something, and I know that he's with me. Like, I'm present. He's there for the ride. Like, he's with me, and we are enjoying each other. And I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, like, we have this ability to do this right now. And this is something that so many people that have recently lost their loved ones are not able to do. And it was magnificent. It really was. And it was quiet, which is very unusual for us. We're not very quiet people. We're very much let the neighbors know his name type of thing. But it was very quiet, and it was everything I needed it to be, and it was very unexpected. So without getting into the details of what exactly it is we did, at the end of it all, he says to me, he goes, "Babe, was that for my birthday?" His birthday was over 2 months ago. How long does he think we're going to be celebrating his birthday? That was for me. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, because for his birthday, I gave him the choice of 3 gifts. He accepted 2 out of the 3 gifts. And the third one he was a little bit hesitant about, and this was the third one. But babe, it's been 2 months. Your birthday was early December. No, it wasn't for you. We were not celebrating you. It was for me. Because I believe that sex with someone you care about, one of the benefits is that it should be able to take you deeper than an orgasm. It should be able to take your feelings even deeper than that. And I know some of y'all wondering what's deeper than an orgasm. Honey, there are things slightly deeper than an orgasm. And I want to say, like, with an orgasm, you're very present. You know it's happening. Your body is shaking and moving, and you're digging and scratching and screaming. But sometimes when you step out of yourself and you're in a whole nother galaxy, your body been done that. And now it's experiencing what it's like to kind of float over itself. It's almost like I was watching us do it, and I was quite turned on by it. And after that, we cuddled for a couple hours, you know what I mean? Because I need that sometimes. I need that. And I just got to lay there and like listen to his heartbeat. And it was just, and then on top of it, we had the BBC channel on, and they had some Planet Earth thing going on. And this was after the sex. Let me tell you something. Something about animals mating, searching for food, killing their prey. Some of that shit is erotic. When he dozed off, I was still had my hands all over him, feeling him, because I was getting turned on by this. I think it was called Planet Earth on the BBC channel. That shit is freaking. So that was my experience yesterday. We unexpectedly made love, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful, and it was very unexpected because, I just thought, it's just going to be a little quick thing, and, we're going to continue our day. We got shit to do. But no, we enjoyed each other, and that to me was good quality time, because I felt like all my needs were met and more. And there's some stuff I could say about it, but I'm not going to say about it because he may watch this. And there's some things I do want to keep to myself. But there are good things. But as far as what I was feeling, it was just a part of myself I don't think I've unlocked in years. And I think I opened that part of myself yesterday. So toast to you, the X Factor. I'm still laying on these sex sheets today because this ain't laundry week. This is where all the magic happened, okay? So with that being said, I'm already like almost 25 minutes into this video. I'm going to try to read you guys one of my past quote unquote sex blogs. and it's called The Art of Making Love. And I'm going to see if I can read this nicely. I don't read my work often, but I do write. And I've been told that people prefer that if you talk about issues more instead of write about them, when you're doing vlogs. But let me tell you something, I do write. And so I do want some of you to be exposed to some of my writing. I don't know if I'll do a great job reading it, but some of you have listened to my podcast. You know what it is that I do. And sometimes I want to be able to share that art with you. And today is that day. So The Art of Making Love. Many people are under the assumption that lovemaking entails a certain bit of romance and is at some slow romance movie-like pace. Since everyone's definition of romance is different, I challenge the idea that lovemaking is slow and very romantic. So, we had some lovemaking yesterday and it was slow and very romantic, but we done had some, pop drop and, pop lock and drop it. We done had some back that ass up, and I consider that to still be lovemaking, just to clarify that. For me, lovemaking is simply about the feelings the two people have for each other as they sexually share themselves. That's right, even doggy style done with the one you love is lovemaking, to me at least. With that being said, there is something very erotic about a slow, intimate pace of lovemaking where each stroke is so tantalizing that both of you feel like if you move in any direction too quickly, you both will climax. Oh yeah. When all you want to do in this moment is savor each kiss, each stroke, and each moan. Yes, honey. One of the best types of sex I've ever experienced was the makeup sex. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody do makeup sex like me and the X Factor. Okay, the more we fight is the better that thing is going to be. Matter of fact, yesterday was makeup sex. I'm going to sip on that for a minute. Woo! Okay, one of the best types of sex I've ever experienced was the makeup sex, especially if the two of us were separated for a long while. Makeup sex is the best and most intense with the X Factor. Woo, and this was me in like June 2018, and I'm saying this shit now, February 2020. Typically, I'm nervous, yet even after 8 years of knowing him, it's about to be 10, my heart is beating loudly in my chest as he is about to enter. My nails are long and pointy, still pointy, so I'm very careful to position them in his back in a way that won't hurt him. That's how deep he goes. It's like I'm holding on for dear life while bracing myself for that breakthrough of his penis thrusting into my temple. Ooh, yes, a temple that most likely waited on him and only him to enter. Ooh, child, I'm getting hot just reading this. The nervousness starts to fade as the feeling of the familiar takes over. My most desired lover is here in the flesh, devouring me, relaxing me, reassuring me, tasting me, fucking me. And when I can find the strength to utter the words, I start to dig my nails into his skin while whispering my deepest confessions to him and only him. Our rhythm becomes more traumatic, not for us, but for the neighbors. Still in slow motion, but he goes deeper and the headboard is starting to bang on the walls. I am moaning. Hold on, I gotta have something for that, for the moan. Moaning, yeah. And in each movement of ecstasy, every part of me becomes moist, even my eyes. Though I'm holding back, I will not tear up in this moment. Fuck it. I need to be present in this moment. Legs shaking, my baby is home, and my entire body is welcoming him. I can feel how hard he is trying to please me. It's now my turn to show him how much I miss him. Stay tuned. Child, and that thing, The Art of Making Love, was written June 27, 2018. And we still hot. Still hot. Now, I'm no sex therapist, but if y'all ever have some questions about how to spice up some of your marriages and long-term relationships and stuff in the bedroom, holla at your girl. Inbox me and I'll try to, give some ideas and tell you what works for us. You know what I'm saying? Share some of that. So with that being said, that was the sex part of this whole thing. Woo, child. That was a lot. And I sometimes wonder when he watches his stuff, does he mind that I share his stuff? But I think he knows I kiss and tell. I think he occasionally reads the blog or watches some of these videos. I think as long as it's to positive reviews, he is totally okay with it. At least I hope so. All right, so when I first started this blog, it was pretty popular that on Mondays, oh Lord, I need to stretch my leg because I'm losing the feeling. It's been 30 minutes in this one position. Woo, thank you, yoga. Couldn't have done that in my last life. Okay, so when I first started this blog, I used to have Charm School Monday quotes from my mother, Mama Michaels. From this point on, I'll just refer to her as Mama M. And if you comment under as Mama M. I would appreciate that. So I had some slip ups when I did my Facebook Live. So this is a whole nother reason why I needed to do this video over, okay? And so far, I'm doing all of this in one take. So I hope I don't F this up because I want to spend the rest of my Sunday drinking wine. I want to go make cookies. I'm going to watch like crazy love stories on Netflix. I got like a whole plan. So I got to get this video done, chopped up and everything. So the first Charm School Monday quote I have from my mom is, if there's no tree growing in her face, a woman can always get another man. Now, Mama M is a firm believer in this. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter if you on your third divorce, no matter if your husband just left you, no matter if you found out he was cheating, mourn him, honey, and then move on because there's another man waiting for you. She's saying, literally, sorry, I get the wine burps. She's saying if there's literally not a tree growing in a woman's face, which is rare you would see a tree growing in a woman's face, there is going to be a man out there for her. So don't even trip. Don't even trip about what's not working out. You's a woman. There's a man out there. There is always going to be a man out there for you. Just try to find yourself a good one. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so growing up, my parents were young parents. Like they had me, well, my mom was 19 and my dad was 21. So there was not a lot of shit that us kids could get away with, especially when it came to like music on the radio that my parents wouldn't know about because they were young. Like one of my mom's favorite ones is like a Puffy song, like you could hate me now, but I won't stop now. Like Mama M gonna let you know you can't stop her flow, you can't stop her money, you can't stop her blessings. Okay, so that was her thing. My Papa M's favorite, one of his favorite ones was like Fabulous from many, many years ago. When Fabulous came out with, my dad would always be like, girl, you be killing them. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. One year that was our Christmas song. That was our family Christmas song. We all jamming, me, my brother, my sister, and my dad to the song, turned up, headed to the movie theater after Christmas dinner. What? But one thing my mom can't stand is she does not like mumble rap. So we could blast when we got older any kind of music in the house, like especially on holidays. You know, you can come to the Michaels house and you gonna hear reggae blasting and it'd be some slack stuff, okay? We're not talking about Bob Marley, okay? It'd be like some Vibes Cartel. It'd be like Virginity playing in the background, right? But if my mom hears mumble rap or some shit she don't understand, the first thing she yells is, turn that shit off. I can't understand a word he is saying. So Mama M is not for the mumble rap. Once it's like, no, she need that Jay-Z. She need that Biggie. She need to be able to understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. She's not down with that mumble rap. So here's something she's been saying to me since I was little. Ever since I was about 5, I was told my mom, I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids. It's just not in the cards for me. And she would always say, Kingston, marriage is ordained by God. Every night I pray that God will send you a good husband. So, I mean, the funny thing about this is for a couple